Blog
Hi there.
Talk Radio.
Hi there. It is Tuesday, December 6th, 2011. This is David Domzalski. I am your host for Financial Bin Radio and the founder of the Financial Bin. Before I introduce you to tonight's guest, let me remind you that Entrepreneur Intervention is out. Our book, Entrepreneur Intervention, Triumphs and Failures of Entrepreneurs, is officially out. It's been out for a little over a month now. You can get it at Amazon and CreateSpace in paperback, and for the electronic version, it's out right now in Kindle and Nook. We're expecting Sony Reader and an iBookstore in probably the next several weeks, hopefully before the Christmas holiday. Now, our guest tonight is serial entrepreneur and author of The Complete Idiot's Guide to LinkedIn Marketing. His name is Jason Baudendistel, and he also runs a website called jasonbaudendistel.com. Jason, welcome to the program tonight.
It's great to be here, Dave.
Well, we're really pleased that.
I haven't picked up a copy of your book yet either, so I'm slacking on that.
That's okay. That's okay. I will make sure to get one to you. But, Jason, I want to start off just kind of by having you tell the audience, just tell them your story. How'd you become the serial entrepreneur, juggling school and everything like that, and, going to be a consultant and for jasonbaudendistel.com and writing this book. So please enlighten us.
It really kind of goes back to where I came from. I grew up really in a really desperate situation. I grew up on welfare and lost my dad when I was 6, and me and my mom basically just kind of scraped and struggled to survive. At one point we were even homeless. So, my story goes about at the bottom as you can possibly get. And I think that's part of what made me so driven, because I graduated high school. I had a 3.8 when I graduated high school, and I was a high honor student. And then I went to a smaller high school, so the opportunities for college really weren't that deep for me. So I basically joined the Navy partially because I have a deep love for my country, but also partially to help pay for college. And I served 4 years honorably, and that also kind of gave me some of that background. If you are driven because you come from a desperate situation, and then you learn the drive and the ambition and the self-discipline that I learned in the military, it's like the backbone to what started me into exploring entrepreneurship. And then I actually started with building my own record label. That was my first project. I met some great people, learned some great things along the way. I wouldn't really call it a success, but I did actually end up working with some pretty big bands, including a band from Atlantic Records, Oh Hush. I worked with artists from Blackheart Records, Vagrant Records, and also some other somewhat bigger unsigned artists, including Electric Valentine. And then I kind of gradually just wanted to add to my resume and learn the stuff that I was missing as far as marketing and building a brand. I didn't totally get how that stuff worked just yet, and I wanted to know how to do that stuff. So I left being a CEO for a little bit, and I actually went to 2 different technology startups. I worked at a technology startup called Online Legacy that was based out of Mountain View, California, which is actually the home of Google. And I helped run marketing campaigns for them, including web marketing, SEO, helped trying to build up their customer base. And then I was kind of guilty of not having the patience. If I had stayed at that company longer, it probably would have been a success. But patience is another one of those things as an entrepreneur that you don't necessarily learn right away. And I left that startup. I went to my second technology startup called Dynamictivity. It was a social CRM startup. I ran marketing campaigns for them and also helped with customer relationships and customer management and some of the base feedback type technology related stuff. And one of my big goals was to try to take what they were offering and put it into layman's terms, because our CEO was a great programmer, but he didn't really get how to put things in people speak.
Sure.
Everything on the website was hardcore tech speak, and unless you're a huge tech person, you would have no clue what they're talking about. That was
Absolutely.
one of the big challenges early on. I grew their user base by about 70% during my time there, and it was an awesome experience. That one wasn't really a matter of patience. That was more the CEO, although he's a great guy, me and him didn't totally see eye to eye, and he didn't really give me the freedom I felt I needed in order to help the company grow. So that, and I kind of miss being a CEO, because when you start your first business, even if you don't totally know what you're doing, that feeling of actually being in control of your future, you do actually start to miss that if you try working with somebody else. And I missed having that freedom and that control over my own future. So I left and dabbled in a couple other companies, a couple other ideas. Right now I'm building a company called Elite Web Training, which provides small business, social media, web marketing, SEO, a lot of like the web-based technologies type training and consulting for small and mid-sized businesses. And then I've also written my first book now that's out, self-published through my my company. It's called The Complete Idiot's Guide to LinkedIn Marketing, obviously. And I'm really, really excited about it because there's like a ton of great information in this book. Like, I honestly feel that although you usually don't charge more than $20 for a book, if I could charge $100 for it, I would, because there's like probably thousands of dollars worth of information in that book, and whoever buys it is getting a complete deal. But
Jason, let me interrupt you for just 1 second here. Why did you decide to write the Complete Idiot's Guide to LinkedIn Marketing? What do you see the value in LinkedIn marketing for the readers?
For me, it actually was one of the means in which I actually started to get referrals and leads. Several of the current clients and leads I have now actually came off of LinkedIn. And then I really love it as a tool because it's free marketing. It leverages your ability to gain customers and clients and get your voice out there. It works a lot like how Facebook and Twitter does, but the great thing about LinkedIn is the people that use it tend to have higher incomes. They have a lot more of them are business owners. So if you're trying to market something that is business services, for example, it's the perfect place to try to leverage your brand. Now, another great thing about LinkedIn that I did mention in the book is job searching. LinkedIn is also where a lot of the people you want to develop relationships with that will have a role in the hiring process. There's a lot of great ways that you can get yourself out there and market or brand yourself as an individual as well on LinkedIn. And then a couple of the great ways that I love include groups. Groups is a really great way to just kind of interact and start kind of getting yourself out there. One of my early mistakes was actually joining way too many groups. So I have groups in my profile that literally are not doing me any good at all. So the big thing would be to join maybe 10, 15 groups and focus on groups that fit into the niche or the area that you're wanting to target. Or if you're a job searcher, what other area that you're wanting the job to be in, focus into that area. Narrow it down and niche out what you're targeting and go from there.
Absolutely. Let me get away from the book for 1 second. I just want to know, and I think it would be interesting, given the demographic for the Financial Bin, how do you juggle being an entrepreneur and a college student at the same time?
That, I won't lie, is not easy, but partially because my education is paid for being a veteran, partially because I am pretty well the only person in my family to ever get a college education. Finishing school has always been extremely important to me. So I know it's just part of the toolkit. It's not like a guarantee of anything, but I've always wanted to add that part to my toolkit just because of the fact that nobody else in my family has ever actually had that opportunity. So I'm kind of balancing my time out. That's why my company has just now started to make momentum and why it actually took me a little bit longer than I wanted for the book to be released, because as a student, you have to obviously dedicate a good portion of your time to studying and finals and stuff like that as well. So you don't have that really full-time template that you'd like to have in order to focus on your company. So it's a juggling act, but if you want it badly enough, you'll make it happen.
What kind of strategies have you used to get your name out there, and how specifically have you used LinkedIn to engage people and market your business?
One of my the favorite ways that I've used LinkedIn other than groups is actually people that I have some type of working relationship with or that I know in some form or facet. Recommendations are a big thing because recommendations show people that who or what you are has value to them, and it kind of separates you from the noise of people just shouting, hey, look at me. So that's a really great extra thing for interacting. Although, like I've said before, I'm really huge on groups. I think groups is a big thing because if you create conversation and you interact, you'll build relationships, and those relationships will bring clients and business partners to you.
Sure.
Also, another thing is the companies tab. If you add your company and add the information and then share that tab, that's another great way of leveraging. I'm a big fan of leverage as far as branding and marketing because we only have so much time and money, especially as a small business owner. So leverage is one of the most powerful ways that you can actually get yourself out there.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic news there. I really appreciate you sharing that with us. You're really sharing some great information that's included in the book. So it's really nice to get some free tips. For JasonBaudendistel.com itself, could you get into your revenue model a little bit? How do you go about making some money that way?
As far as that site is concerned, since it really isn't being branded it's being branded more as a professional site, but it has a personal aspect to it. I don't want to plaster it with ads or anything like that because that just would look really unprofessional in the setting. So the big things that I'm doing to monetize my site is primarily, other than building a client list and consulting and coaching and working on building my own products and eventually putting those out on a separate site for elite web training. The big thing that I'm using to generate revenue off the site is actually affiliate marketing. I'm a huge fan of affiliate marketing because someone else has already built a lot of the marketing system and the product, and all you have to do is build enough of a relationship with people on your list that you can suggest a product that you actually think is a good product, and they'll at least consider it. So it's a really easy way to build a little bit of extra income on the side.
Absolutely. No, I really hear what you're saying. You've said how sometimes you're running some issues here and there, with the CEOs that maybe you didn't see eye to eye with, and maybe it's taken a little bit longer to get things going from your end than you would have liked. Many businesses and blogs fail early on. What's been keeping you going? What's your hardest experience, and what are the positive things that keep you as an entrepreneur?
I'd say every little piece of momentum or every little piece of progress I find, I use those as kind of like nuggets to fuel myself. And another big thing is I take every person that's ever doubted me or ever used the status where I came from, that stuff to me is a form of fuel. I look at it as any adversity or negativity you have in life, you can either let it hold you back or you can let it fuel you to become more than you thought you were possibly could become. And to me, why not just become something that the people that always doubted you never thought was possible? I think that's the best possible way to show them up. So I absolutely refuse to accept anything less than what I absolutely want out of life. And the little bit nuggets of momentum that are really huge to me is I've actually been in talks with a blogger who has an article on Technorati. It's the third largest tech and entertainment blog in the web, and he's going to be doing a review of my book. So that's another avenue that my book will be starting to get out there. And then I've got people that have actually volunteered to actually start tweeting and kind of building a social media buzz about my book. So I'm actually really excited. It's a slow, gradual process, but I know that because I have faith in the quality of the product, that if I continue to build buzz, that people will find out how great the product is, and they will go and buy it because I have no doubt in my mind that this product can make a difference in you as either a job seeker or a small business owner.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Jason. I really like how you're using kind of bootstrapping aspects in terms of just trying to get people to use the social media. You're using LinkedIn. You're using the thing that you wrote the book about to market your book, and I think that's fantastic. I got to ask, you have the book now and you have some immediate plans for, I guess, for the next few months or so, but long term, what are your future goals and plans? Where do you really want to take your business?
The big thing with my company is the goal for this coming year is to get my company's revenue up to $100K. And then I have a 5-year goal of $1 million in revenue for the company. And I also have a second book I want to work on within the next couple of years to actually tell my story and all my experiences in entrepreneurship. And that won't obviously have, direct value in marketing knowledge, but I think the experience and the knowledge and everything I've overcome, everything I've used to fuel me, I think that has a ton of value to either people that just want success in life in general or business owners or job seekers, just something that they could sit down and read and realize this is where this person came from. If they can do it, then I absolutely can do it as well.
Absolutely. Jason, it's really been great having you on. I think the listeners are going to get some real value out of what you shared tonight. How I want to sum it up, just this last question, I try to ask everybody this, whether it was when I had the authors write and the entrepreneurs write in for the book or some other interviews and podcasts that I've done. What is entrepreneurship to you? What is entrepreneurship to Jason?
To me, it's a tool that I can use my passions and my strengths and the things that really mean something to me. I can leverage those to make as much money as I want and to help as many people as I want while living the life that I feel I'm entitled to without having to be locked in a cubicle or in some corporate setting, because I have absolutely no interest in being locked in an office where someone tells me you work 9 to 5, I pay you what I feel like, and this is all the more you're worth to me. That does not sound like a life that I have any interest in. And I feel that it's a big thing with people that are in poverty as well. I feel that if you educate people that grow up in poverty, you teach them about technology and leverage, and you show them the opportunities that they can actually give and show them the faith that they can get there, I believe that long-term we can also help eradicate poverty. So that's something that's really big to my heart, and one day when I have the money and the resources, I definitely want to make take a big bite out of that.
Jason, this is fantastic. I mean, I think you're a real inspiration to people out there that maybe are in dire straits, especially given this economy. And to share what you've shared and had the experiences that you've had, I just think it's a real inspiration to people out there. And it's exactly the type of thing that the Financial Bin tries to stress and tries to get out there and market to other people that, it is possible through entrepreneurship, through learning your personal finances. It is possible to get yourself and bring yourself up to a standard that you respect and to just keep going. And you can do that here in this great country of ours, America. And I like I said, I just really want to thank you for sharing what you shared tonight. And you are more than welcome to come on the program any other time.
It's been a real pleasure, David, and thank you for your time. And I hope that the people get a chance to listen to this, that it makes a big difference for them.
Absolutely, and good luck with your endeavors, and good luck with your book. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too.